Namaste everyone. Welcome to the first PUC physics class. We were in friction problems. We have solved 4 problems. Now we will move on to the 5th one. Here is the 5th problem. Long problem, but the solution is not so long because we have already solved many problems. Welcome to the class. We will move on to the 5th one. I don't know whether you can see this or not, but I will send the PDF of these problems. 2 blocks of masses M1 and M2 are connected through massless inextensible strings. A block of mass M1 is placed at the fixed rigid inclined surface, and while the block M2 is hanging at the other end of the string, which passes through the fixed massless frictionless pulley. The coefficient of static friction between the block and the inclined plane is 0.8. The system of masses M1 and M2 are released from rest. Now find the tension in the string, normal reaction, and the acceleration of the block. I will explain it if you can't see the problem. There is a inclined plane like this, and here is one wheel, and here is a block, and we'll write the masses. This is connected using a string here, and that passes over this pulley, and finally another mass hangs over this like this. So here is another mass hanging over this, okay, and this is named as M1, that is 4 kg, okay, and this is named as M2, that is 2 kg. Everything is given in the diagram, okay. Coefficient of kinetic friction is 0.8, and what else? Angle of inclination is 30 degrees, yes. Now what is the acceleration of the system, what is the tension in the string, and all, yes. Now we will write all the forces which are acting. Now forces barita hogbeki ivaga. There is a chance that this weight may be pulling it upwards, or this weight of this itself will be pulling this upwards. Gottilla ಯಾವ direction ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರನ್ನು ಎಳಿತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಮೊದಲು ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು, right? So first you write all the forces now. ಎಲ್ಲ forces ಅನ್ನು ಬರಿತಾ ಹೋಗೋಣ. One is on the block M1, mg sin theta is putting it downwards. mg sin theta. ಅದು ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಎಳೆಯುವಾಗ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಟೆನ್ಷನ್ ಬರಬೇಕು. There is a tension, and we don't know what is the direction of the friction, whether it is in this direction or this direction. ಅದು ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. That we have to see. What is the weight of this block? Weight of the block is vertically downwards, okay, vertically downward weight. That is this is m1 g sin theta, this is m2 g. ಇಲ್ಲಿ sin theta ಬರಲ್ಲ because it is vertically downwards, and that puts another tension over this. ಇವಾಗ ಯಾರು ಗ್ರೇಟರ್ ಅಂತ ನೋಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. Whether m2g can pull this up, m1g sin theta ಅಂತ ನೋಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು ಫಸ್ಟ್. ಹಾಗಿದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಮೇಲಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ, ಆಗ ಫ್ರಿಕ್ಷನ್ ಈ ಕಡೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಸಿ ದಟ್. ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ m2g? 20 ನ್ಯೂಟನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಇದು. ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ m1g sin theta? m1g sin theta ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು m1g sin theta 40 sin theta half 20. Oh, this is very interesting. We will calculate this. ಇದನ್ನ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. m1 4 g sin theta half sin 30. So this is 20 newton. What about this one? m2g 2 into 10 20 newton. Both are equal. This 20 newton is trying to pull it down, and this 20 newton is trying to pull it like this. Both are equal and opposite, and the block doesn't move at all. Hagidre acceleration is 0, right? Move adre tane friction comes into picture. Andre the net force acting on the body is 0. So there is no acceleration. Net force is 0. So acceleration is equal to 0. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಮಾಸಸ್ ಇದೆ ತಾನೆ, ಎಫ್ = ma. ಸೊ ನೆಟ್ acceleration is 0. ಒಂದು ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಆಯಿತು, ಫೈನಲ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್. ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ನೆಟ್ acceleration ಆನ್ ದ ಬ್ಲಾಕ್? ಓಕೆ, ಈಸಿ ಆಯಿತು. ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಟೆನ್ಷನ್? ಟೆನ್ಷನ್ ಇದೇ ಇರಬೇಕು, ವೆಯ್ಟ್, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ವೆಯ್ಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಅದೇ ಟೆನ್ಷನ್ ಇರಬೇಕು ತಾನೆ. ಸೊ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ನೀವು ಫ್ರೀ ಬಾಡಿ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಬರೆದ್ರೆ ಅಥವಾ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಪ್ಲಸ್ y axis t, m2g minus y axis must be equal to 0. No acceleration because this is ma, a is 0, so it is 0, t is equal to m2g, that is equal to 20 newton. So tension in the cord is 20 newton. What is the normal reaction? Normal reaction, you know, it is mg cos theta. ಈ ಥರ ಇದರ ಮೇಲೆ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಆನ್ ದಿಸ್. ಇದು ಸರ್ಫೇಸಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಇದರ ಮೇಲೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಸಿಗಬೇಕಷ್ಟೇ. ಸೊ n is equal to m1g cos theta m1 is 4 g 10 cos theta root 3 by 2 cos 30. So what is this one? This is not getting m1 4 kg g 10 cos 30 root 3 by 2 20 root 3 Newton, right? I have written 16 root 3. Anything mu into a normal reaction is not only it is mg cos theta. Fs is equal to mu into n. N is mg cos theta. It should be is equal to 1 minute. Fs equal to maximum mu into normal reaction. Only this much. That answer is wrong. So this is 2 times. That is 20 root 3 Newton. Yes. It is not 16. It should be 20 root 3 Newton. Correct markobekadu. 20 root 3 Newton. Alright. There is no mistake in this. Normal reaction is always mg cos theta. I think I have multiplied it by mu. That's why I got the wrong answer. That it should be 20 root 3 Newton. All the things are over. So illi idu move agala. Iga move ago one system nodona. Sixth one, 2 masses. I think you can see this one, right? Clearly, because larger fonts will make you to see, right? Okay, in solpa bekare close madkolona. So we'll make it a little darker. Yes. Okay. Now 2 masses 40 kg and 30 kg are connected by a weightless string passing over a frictionless pulley as shown in the figure. What is the acceleration of the blocks and tension in the strings? Okay, we'll do it. So there is a double inclined surface, and here is a pulley, right? And here is a thread, here is a thread, and here is a mass, and this mass and this mass have been connected by a common string. This is 40 kg mass and this is 30 kg mass. Okay, is there any friction? No. What is the acceleration of the blocks? Tension in the strings? No. Frictionless pulley and smooth surface. Okay, masses are placed and weightless string passing. What is the acceleration of the blocks? Nothing is given about the coefficient of friction. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಇದು ಸ್ಮೂತ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೈನ್ಡ್ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್, ನೋ ಫ್ರಿಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಂತ ತಗೋಬೇಕು ಇದನ್ನು. ನೋ ಫ್ರಿಕ್ಷನ್, ರೈಟ್? ಓಕೆ. ನೌ ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಫೋರ್ಸಸ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಆನ್ ದಿಸ್? ಯಾರು ಆ ಕಡೆ ಈ ಕಡೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ನೋಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು ನಾವು. ಸೊ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಆನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ mg sin theta. What are the angles? 30 30 30 degrees 30 degrees, and there is a tension. Idra mg sin theta, it is acting downwards. Mg sin theta, there is a tension. So because as mg sin theta pulls it, there is a reaction force on that thread. And then since it is a single thread, you know, idella explanation modalagide. Since there is a single thread, the net, the tension in the thread must be the same throughout. Okay, you can't have different tension here and here, right? Free body diagram for this one. ಇದಕ್ಕಾಯ್ತು ಇದಕ್ಕಾಯ್ತು. ಸಪರೇಟ್ ಫ್ರೀ ಬಾಡಿ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಬರಿಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಫಾರ್ ಇದನ್ನು m1 ಅಂತ ಬರಿತೀನಿ, m2 ಅಂತ ಬರಿತೀನಿ. ಸೊ ರೈಟ್ ದ ಫೋರ್ಸಸ್. ಯಾವ್ದು ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗರ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು? ಇಫ್ ಯು ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಇಟ್, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ sin 30, 40 sin 30. ಇದು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ರೈಟ್? ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಗ್ರೇಟರ್, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಸ್ಮಾಲರ್, ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ಹಾಗಿದ್ರೆ the whole acceleration will be in this direction. Am I right? ಈ ಥರ ಇರ್ಬೋದು acceleration. ಸೊ ಈ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನಲ್ಲಿ acceleration ಅಂತ ಆದರೆ ಇದು ಮೇಲಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಬೇಕು. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ mg sin theta is weaker. This mg sin theta is stronger. I'll call this as m1, this is m2. So for m1, we'll write. For m1, what you can write? m1g sin theta in the direction of acceleration. m1g sin theta minus t must equal to m1a, right? Idu same direction iro karana positive signs. m1g sin theta minus t must be equal to m1a. m1a must be equal to in this direction. E directional acceleration irbeku. Okay, that is the resultant force, ma. Shall we substitute and later substitute? Matte substitute madona. We will put it 40 10 ತಗೋಬೇಕು ತಾನೆ. 10 and sin theta half minus tension is equal to 40 sorry, 40 into A. What is this? This is 20. 200 minus T must be equal to 40A. 1. For M2, M2 ಈ ಕಡೆ ಹೋಗಬೇಕು, ರೈಟ್? ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಟೆನ್ಷನ್ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್. ಟೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮೈನಸ್ M2G sin theta must be equal to ಅದೇ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನಲ್ಲಿರೋ ಸೇಮ್ ಟೆನ್ಷನ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನಲ್ಲಿರೋ M2A, ಅದು ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್. This is plus, this is plus, this is minus. So net force is tension minus M2G. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಅದು ಮುಂದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು, acceleration A, so MA. What is tension minus M2G? M2G is 30 into 10 into half sin 30 must be equal to M2A, 30A. Tension minus 150 is equal to 30A. So you have to solve these two now. Equation 2. We are asked to find out tension in the string and acceleration of the blocks. Yes, both. Okay, I will finish it here. So from 1 and 2, adding 1 and 2, 200 minus T plus T minus 150, right? 200 minus T plus T minus 150 is equal to 40A plus 30A. 40A plus 30A. T gets cancelled. 50 is equal to, oh, I should have taken 9.8, right? G is 9.8. Shall we repair it then? Yes. 9.8 ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. So 9.8. And this is, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು 9.8. Yes. ಒಂದೆರಡು ಕಡೆ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು. So what is the answer? 9.8 ಆದರೆ, this is 40 into 9.8 by 2 ಅಂದರೆ 20 into 9.8. 19.6 ಆದರೆ 196. 196 minus, okay, ಅದೊಂದೇ ಚೇಂಜು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು 9.8. It is 4.9 into 30. 4.9 into 30. Yes, 147. 147. Okay. 196 minus 147 ಉಳಿಯುತ್ತೆ. What is 196 minus 147? 196 minus 147, it is 49. Yes, 49 is equal to 70A. That implies A is equal to 49 by 70. 7 tens are 7 sevens are 0.7 meter per second square. So it moves with an acceleration of 0.7 meter per second square. What is the tension? Substitute 0.7 in one of the equations, any one equation. Okay, we will substitute 0.7 acceleration here. What you will get? Tension minus 147 is equal to 30 into 0.7. What is tension is equal to 147 plus, it plus ಆಯಿತು, it is 21. That is equal to 168. Anything gone wrong? 30A. Suppose you substitute it here. I think it is wrong answer, 172 Newton. Yeah, because I might have taken it as 10. Okay, this is wrong. That answer is wrong. It is 168 Newton. Okay, and 168 Newton. What about if you substitute it here? Will you get the same? 200 minus T is equal to 40 into 0.7. So this becomes 28, right? 200 minus T. What is T is equal to? 200 minus 28. That is 168. No. 168 you get? No, 172 you get. Then somewhere one at point we have gone wrong. 200, oh, it's not 200, 196. This should be 196, correct? This should be 196. That's why we have got that answer. 196, yes, correct. 196 minus T must be equal to 40 into 0.7. So 196 minus T is equal to 28. 196 plus 28, now you are getting it, right? 196 minus 28, so tension is equal to 196 minus 28 is tension tension is same, 168, 168, right, is equal to tension, 168, 176, 196, yes, right. This answer I have got because I have used G as a 10, that's why, 168 Newton, correct. G 10 ತಗೊಂಡು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇದನ್ನು ಕರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ 9.8 ತಗೊಂಡು ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಇದು ಕರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ so it should be 168 right correct ಇದೆ okay we will move on to the next one yes 7 two blocks of mass 10 kg and 50 kg connected by a massless wire passing over a frictionless pulley rest on a frictionless inclined plane inclined at 30 degree and 60 degree respectively. What is the acceleration at which and which way the body moves, system moves? Yes, other problem, same type of problem, but values are different. Okay, G is 10. Ivaga 10 kodidare, so no confusion. Right, we will solve it. Separate free body diagram madbeko, and you have to mention all the forces. But the angle ivaga different ide. It is not 30 on both sides. One is 30, another is 60. Okay. Right, so there are two masses, this is 30 and this is 60, correct? Yes, and there are two masses, 100 kg and 50 kg. 100 kg, I'll write it as M1 and here is 50 kg, M2, and they are connected by a frictionless pulley like this, right, and massless, so that mass you can neglect all the masses. What is the acceleration and in which way the system moves? No friction, so friction il tagonde illa avaru, so now write all the forces, which is stronger in that direction it will move, and the force with which this is pulled downwards is mg, this is m1g sine 30. Right, what is this answer? So we will find it out. M1 100, G 10, sine 30 half. This is 5 times 500 Newton. This one. Okay, what about the other one? Other one here. M2G sine 60. M2 is 50, G is 10. Sine 60 is root 3 by 2, that is equal to this is 250 root 3 because this is 5 times 250 root 3, that is equal to, better we find it out, 250 into 1.732, 250 into 1.732, that is equal to 4.33, 433 Newton, so this is stronger, 433 Newton, so definitely idu stronger irbeko. Finally this should move like this, idu higade barbeku, so that is acceleration like this, ee tara barbeku acceleration. So this force will create a tension in the string like this force will create a tension in the string, and both since they are moving, tension will be same. Okay, free body diagram force illi ivaga direct baribodu, idanne already we have calculated, but still we will write a formula. M1g sine theta sine 30 minus tension must be equal to M1a, and you know what is this, that is 500 minus t must be equal to 100a, equation 1. What about equation 2 for the other one? Yeah, t minus, because it is moving like this, t minus m2g sine 60 sorry, must be equal to m2a. T minus, this is 433 Newton, is equal to m2, that is 50a, equation 2. So acceleration of the whole system is same, they can't move with different acceleration. So what is the answer now? You have to add them, right? Equation 1 plus 2 plus equation 2, what does that give? 500 minus t plus t minus 43, 433 is equal to 150a, direct but with 100a, 50a, 500 minus 433, this is 67, right? 67 is equal to, am I right? 100 minus 500 minus 433, 67 is equal to 150. A is equal to 67, is it not? Yes, 67 is divided by 150, that is equal to 67 divided by 150. 0.444, yes, 0.44667 meter per second square, that is acceleration. And in which way the system moves? Left. Yeah, both are written here. Left, correct. Okay, shall we move on? Move forward? Yes. Okay, that is over. So let us move on to the next problem, that is 8th one. Yes. So this is the 8th problem. Two blocks of mass 10 kg and 1 kg are placed by a massless, are connected by a massless wire passing over a frictionless pulley resting on a rough, it is not tough, it should be rough inclined plane, inclined at an angle of 30 degree and 60 degree respectively. What is the acceleration of the system? So this is just advancement of the previous problem where we had no friction. Here we have friction. Given coefficient of friction is 0.2 and g is equal to 10 meter per second square. Answer is also given. So let us check it. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಮೊದಲು ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು whether the system can move or not. That means all the driving forces which will make the body to move, their net force, is it more than frictional force? ಅದು ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಮುಂದುವರಿಬೇಕು. ಇದ್ರೆ if the driving force is more than the frictional force, ಯಾವ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡೆ ಹೋದ್ರೆ it is well and good. So how do we solve this now? We will draw the diagram as if we did in the previous problem. So it is like this. It is a double inclined plane again, but with the friction, right? So like this is 30 degrees and this is 60 degrees, am I right? Yeah, here is a block and here is another block. Both are connected by a wire and passed over a frictionless pulley. So like this. And the mass of this one is 10 kg. So I will take it as M1. And this is M2, that is 1 kg. And coefficient of friction between the surfaces is 0.2. Here it is 0.2 and here it is 0.2. Now, in this problem, if you want to write all the forces which will try to move the body. This body is moved down by a force of M1g sin theta. Sin theta 1, I'll write. M1g sin theta 1. And it is opposed by a tension T. And what about this one? This is driven down by a force called M2g sin theta 2. And at the same time it will have a tension. The same tension appears because the string is the single string. And frictional forces will object, and always the mantra for frictional forces is opposite to the direction of motion. ಈಗ direction of motion ಯಾವುದು ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. We don't know what is the direction of motion. So we can't assume where is the direction of friction. But once it occurs, it will be opposite to the direction of motion. So ಹೇಗೆ ನಾವು ಕನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಮಾಡೋದು? ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಮೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಕೆ ಯಾವ ಫೋರ್ಸಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇನ್ಫ್ಲುಯೆನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಫಸ್ಟಿಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಅಪೋಸಿಂಗ್ ಆದರೆ ಅಫ್ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಫ್ರಿಕ್ಷನಲ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಅಪೋಸಿಂಗ್ ದ ಮೋಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಅದನ್ನು ಎರಡನ್ನು ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೋದು. ಸಪೋಸ್ ದ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಮೂವ್ಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್, then the frictional force of both will be opposite. ಅಂದರೆ ಯಾವ ಥರ ಇರ್ಬೋದು? ಸಪೋಸ್ if I assume, let us assume that the system is moving like this. ಹೀಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ assume ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. ಹೀಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ assume ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ the frictional force of this should be like this. ಇದು ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಆವಾಗ frictional force will be like this. Frictional force appears in the opposite direction of acceleration. ಫೈನಲ್ acceleration ಏನಿದೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ opposite ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅದು. ಸೊ ಈ ಥರ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಒಂದು ವೇಳೆ ಹೀಗೆ ಹೋದರೆ, ಇಫ್ ದ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಮೂವ್ಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್, ಇಫ್ ಇಟ್ ಮೂವ್ಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್, ಆವಾಗ ಇದು ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಬರುವಾಗ ಇದರ ಫ್ರಿಕ್ಷನಲ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಹೀಗೆ, ಇದರ ಫ್ರಿಕ್ಷನಲ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಹೀಗೆ. ಸೊ ಎರಡೂ ಫ್ರಿಕ್ಷನಲ್ ಫೋರ್ಸನ್ನು ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೋದು ನಾವು. ಎರಡೂ ಬ್ಲಾಕ್ನ ಈ ಫ್ರಿಕ್ಷನಲ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಅಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಟು ದ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೋಷನ್. ಇದು ಯಾಕೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂದರೆ, ಈ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ಸನ್ನು ಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾವುದೆಲ್ಲ ಫೋರ್ಸಸ್ ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯೋ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಫ್ರಿಕ್ಷನಲ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಗೆ ಯಾರು ಗೆಲ್ಲೋದು ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಅದು ಮೊದಲು ನಾವು ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ವೆದರ್ ಫ್ರಿಕ್ಷನಲ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಗ್ರೇಟರ್ ದ್ಯಾನ್ ದ ಡ್ರೈವಿಂಗ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಡ್ರೈವಿಂಗ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಗ್ರೇಟರ್ ದ್ಯಾನ್ ಫ್ರಿಕ್ಷನಲ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್. ಆದಮೇಲೆ ನಾವು ಯಾವ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನಲ್ಲಿ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಮೂವ್ ಆಗಲ್ವಾ ನೋಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ನಾವು ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಟ್ರೈ ಟು ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ವಿಚ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಡ್ರೈವಿಂಗ್ ಫೋರ್ಸಸ್, ಇದು ಮತ್ತು ಇದು, ರೈಟ್? ಫೋರ್ಸಸ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಆನ್ ದಿಸ್. ಸೊ ವಿ ವಿಲ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಒನ್ ಬೈ ಒನ್. m1g sin theta 1 ಇದೆಷ್ಟು ಅಂತ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. m1g sin theta 1 is in this direction and this is opposite to that. ಅದು opposite ಇದೆ. What is m1g sin theta 1? 10 sin theta 1 sin 30. So that is equal to, so m1g sin theta 1 is equal to, sin 30 is half, this is 50 Newton. ಅದೊಂದಾಯಿತು. What about m2g sin theta 2? m2g sin theta 2. This is another force which puts it in the opposite direction. ಉಲ್ಟಾ ಎಳಿತಾ ಇದೆ ಅದು. So that is equal to m2g sin theta 2 sin 60. So that is equal to m2g sin theta 2 is equal to, m2 is 1, 10 root 3 by 2. So that is equal to 5 root 3. 5 root 3 is it is 1.732 into 5 ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬಹುದು, or we will check it. Just fast ಮಾಡೋಣ. 1.732 into 5, that is equal to 8.66 Newton. See, this is lesser, this is greater. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ, of course the system ಮೂವ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಈ ಕಡೆನೇ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು. If it is moving, it should move in this direction because 50 Newton is greater. So net force which is trying to move, net force acting on the body, on the system, is equal to 50 minus 8.66, correct? That is equal to 50 minus 8.66 minus 50, 41.34 Newton. 34 Newton, okay? ಈ ಥರ ಬಂತು. So this is the net force acting on the body. Okay, ಇದನ್ನು ನಾವು ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. net force, this one. ಇದು ಇವಾಗ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗಾ ಅಥವಾ ಫ್ರಿಕ್ಷನಲ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗಾ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. What about the frictional forces acting on the body? Frictional force, suppose it is trying to move like this, ಹೀಗೇನೆ ಎಳಿಬೇಕು ಇದನ್ನು. ಸೊ ಇದೇ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗರು, ಇದು ವೀಕರ್. ಬಂದರೆ ಈ ಕಡೆ ಬರಬೇಕು, ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದರೆ ಬರಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಚಾನ್ಸೇ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಈ ಕಡೆ ಬರೋ ಚಾನ್ಸಸ್ಸೇ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದಿಸ್ m2g sin theta 2 is less. What about the frictional force? So if it tries to move like this, frictional force is 1 here. So I'll put it in the purple color. This is one frictional force in this direction. Yeah, and another frictional force in this direction. It is always opposite to the direction of motion, right? So the total frictional force we have to find out. So idruddu find out ಮಾಡೋಣ. What is the frictional force? You know that mu is equal to F by n. So F is equal to mu into n, right? Mu into normal reaction. Okay, F1, I'll call this as F1 and this one as F2. What is F1? F1 is equal to mu into n1, that is equal to mu into n1. n1 is m1g cos theta 1. m1g cos theta 1. Illi, normal reaction. So this is m1g cos theta 1. Similarly here, m2g cos theta 2. Okay. F1 is equal to mu into, mu is 0.2, m1g is 10 into 10, cos theta 1, cos 30, that is root 3 by 2. What is this equal to? So I'll write it here. F1 is equal to, this will be around, this is 0.1 times, this 10 and 0.1, 10 into root 3, 10 into root 3 is 17.32 Newton. Right? 1.732 into 10. ಇದು 1 ಆಯಿತು ಈ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್. ಸೊ F1 ಇಷ್ಟ ಆಯಿತು. ವಾಟ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ F2? mu into n2, mu ಎರಡು ಕಡೆ ಒಂದೇ, mu into n2 is normal reaction here, m2g cos theta 2, F2 mu 0.2 into m2 1 kg, g 10, cos theta 2 half, right? So what is the value of this frictional force? That is equal to m.2, this will be 2.1 times, and 10 into 0.1 is 1 Newton. So what is the net frictional force? Net frictional force is 0.1, this is correct, right? 0.2 mu n mg cos theta 2. 1 into, yes, 0.1, yes, 1 Newton. So net frictional force, net friction is equal to the addition of these two. 1 Newton plus 17, F1 plus F2, F2 is equal to 18.32 Newton. So this is less and the net force is more, right? So net force is more than the net frictional force. So the body will start moving in this direction. This direction alli barlebeko. Barovaga, what is the net force acting on the body? So shall I write it as a formula? Formula agi bariyana idanna. So actually ಏನು ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದರೆ now it starts moving in this direction. ಹಾಗಿದ್ರೆ total force ನೀವು ಬರಿಬೇಕಿದ್ರೆ you can put it like this. ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೆಯೋಣ? If I do that, of course I will calculate it once and then I will write it. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಬರಿತೀನಿ. ಇವಾಗ this force is putting it like this means it is definitely moving with an acceleration like this. ಹೀಗೆ ಬರಬೇಕದು. So like this acceleration, okay, and this should move up with an acceleration A. Okay, now what is the net force? This one net force is 41.34. Frictional force total opposing is 18.32. So I can write 41.34 minus frictional force 18.32 must be equal to m1 plus m2 into A, because both the system contains two particles of mass 10 and 1, right? So 41.34 minus 18.32. 41.34 minus 18.32 is equal to 23.02. 23.02 is equal to m1 plus m2, that is 11A. What is A? 23.02 divided by 11 2.09 meter per second square. That is the acceleration in the anti-clockwise direction, like this. Okay, idanna full baribekidre, full ekdam ಒಂದು ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಬರಿಬೇಕು ಅಂತಾದ್ರೆ where will I write it? ನಂಗೆ ಜಾಗ ಬೇಕು. Okay, so if I want to write a single formula, all the things put together, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರಿತೀನಿ, right? So this I know, yes. So if you want to know, and after coming to know that it is moving like this, acceleration directional now baribeku, correcta? So you have to write two equations and then you have to add it. Ivaga first body ge, what is the formula for this one? This is the direction of acceleration, m1g sin theta 1, right, minus t minus friction 1 must be equal to m1a. Am I right? That is one equation. What about the second one? Idke. So it is moving like this. Tension, this is tension, right? Tension minus m2g sin theta 2 minus f2, right, must be equal to m2a. So when you club these two together, ಇದು ನಾವೇನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವೋ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಸಿಗತ್ತೆ ನಿಮಗೆ. When you club the two things together, if you add them, what you will get? So I'll rub this. If you add them, you will like the final formula will be like this: m1g sin theta 1 minus f1, okay, ಮತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ tt ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ ಆಯಿತು, minus m2g sin theta 2 minus f2, tt cancel ಆಯಿತು, minus m1g sin theta 1 minus f1 minus m2g sin theta 2 minus f2 is equal to m1a plus m2a. ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಯಿತು ಅಂದರೆ ನಾವೀಗ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ಕಾರಣ m1g sin theta 1 minus m2g sin theta 2 ಅದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಆಯ್ತು ನೋಡಿ. ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಯು ಸಿ ದ್ಯಾಟ್? m1g sin theta 1 minus m2g sin theta 2, 50 minus 8.66 ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ವಿ, ಅದು ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಬಂತು. ದಿಸ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಇಷ್ಟು ಬಂತು. ಮೈನಸ್ f1 ಮೈನಸ್ f2, f1 ಮತ್ತು f2 ಅನ್ನು ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಮೈನಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಮೈನಸ್ ಆಫ್ f1 ಪ್ಲಸ್ f2. ನಾವು f1 ಅನ್ನು f2 ಅನ್ನು ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ವಿ, ಟೋಟಲ್ 18.32 ಮೈನಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ವಿ. is it here? Minus of F1 plus F2. That is equal to M1A plus M2A. I think you can understand it, right? Now adanna individually find out marta substitute ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ವಿ. First ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ this force was found to be stronger, this was found to be weaker. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಅದನ್ನ ಮೈನಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ವಿ. That is 41.34. ಅದೇನು ಬಂದಿದ್ದು 50 ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು M1G sin theta 1. 8.66 ಇದು. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಇದನ್ನು ಆದಷ್ಟು ರಿಟೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು. I think I can compare it ಅಂತ. So these are subtracted. Then minus F1 of minus of F1 plus F2 ಅದು. Minus F1 minus F2. Frictional force full subtract ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ and we found that the frictional force is less. So minus of F1 plus F2 ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಬಂತು. That is equal to M1 plus M2 into A. So very easy. Split ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. You can split it and do this. So this is how we can solve it. So acceleration is 2.09 meter per second square. So first ಗೆ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು better. Whether friction is stronger or driving force is stronger. Suppose friction stronger ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಸರ್ ಉಲ್ಟಾ ಬರುತ್ತಾ? No. Friction is a self-adjusting force. ನೀವು ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಅಷ್ಟು ಫ್ರಿಕ್ಷನ್ ಬರೋದು. ಸೊ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಫ್ರಿಕ್ಷನ್ಗಿಂತ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಡ್ರೈವಿಂಗ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆದರೆ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮೂವಿಂಗ್. ಸಪೋಸ್ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಫ್ರಿಕ್ಷನಲ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ನೂ ಅಟೈನ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ದ ಹೋಲ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಅಟ್ ರೆಸ್ಟ್. ಆಕ್ಸಲರೇಷನ್ 0 ಅಂತ ಬರೆದ್ಬಿಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅವಾಗ. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಇಫ್ ಐ ಗೆಟ್ ಫ್ರಿಕ್ಷನಲ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಆಸ್ 183.2 ನ್ಯೂಟನ್, ಅಪ್ಲೈಡ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ 41.34 ನ್ಯೂಟನ್, ಬಾಡಿ ವಿಲ್ ನಾಟ್ ಮೂವ್ ಅಟ್ ಆಲ್. ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದರೆ ಎಕ್ಸಲರೇಷನ್ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ರಾಂಗ್ ವೇ. ಸೊ ಒಂದು ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಮು, ಇಂಥದ್ದು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಹುಡುಕೊಂಡು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಟೈಪ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ದಟ್ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಪ್ಲಾನ್ ಟು ವರ್ಕ್ ಔಟ್. Okay, thanks for watching these classes, and you have to work out still more problems and you have to get experience with this. Okay, thanks for watching the problems, work out more such problems, and hope you will do that. Thank you.